Good morning again. This is Dr. TF, and we are here with another program language course. This time we are choosing a compiled program language by Google Incorporated. The language name is Golang, as you can see. So first of all, to install this language, you have to go through the website, that is golang.org, as you can see from the screen here. Okay. So once you go into that website, you have a command button in the home page itself. Download Go, click onto that one. So you'll be directed to a page, DL page, which inside that golang.org, where you will have the download of this particular programming language for a variety of platforms. Okay, since I'm using Windows and a 64-bit here, so I'm just choosing the Windows installer here. It's available for Macintosh, Linux, and for the source is also available. The source is needed when you have to do some kind of research in that particular language. Okay, so I'm just clicking this one so that it installs the package, Microsoft package for this particular script. Okay, so once it is installed, yeah, I am trying to cancel this one because I've already installed it, and my installed setup is over here in downloads folder. It is going to be in wherever you are put your default download location is. Okay, so all that you need to do is typical installation. You need to right click and install it. Okay, once the installation is directed to the end, and it will be kind of downloaded. So once you get to download this Golang, what you need to do is the same kind of approach what you try to do for Java. Okay, so what you do for Java, generally you try to set up the environment variables. Same thing you do it here. So you go to my computer, you right click, properties. Okay, so when you click through this property, right, you'll be getting a window something like this. There you click on to this advanced system settings. Okay, you click this. So once you click this hyperlink, it will be directed to a small window called the system properties, where you need to set this environment variables. Remember, dear friends, this is the same kind of step that you try to set environment variables for languages like Java or something else. Okay, so same procedure, you need to set the environment variables. So what we need to set here is you need to set the path and the root here. Okay, I have already set my path and root, as you can see here. But for the starters, when you do it first, what you need to do is you need to look on to this system variables, where you will find this path variable. I repeat, upon the environment variables, you look for the system variables, where you will find the path here. Edit that one. Okay, once you open this edit system variable, the variable name is going to be path. You don't change that one, but the variable value, you go to the last. Fine. And what you need to do is you need to paste the location inside that bin file for your Gold software. Okay, so here I have installed my software, my compiler Go, in D location. Okay, so I'm just typing in here d:/go/bin. Okay, I'll show you where the location is. So this is where I've installed Go here. So it's G Go, and the bin is going to be here. So all that I need to do is copy this location otherwise and paste it over here as a variable value. Once you're done with it, you click OK. So this is nothing but the same thing what you do for Java. Okay, so you do that one. Once you're done that one, you can OK it and you can close it. And this completes your setting of environment variables. Okay, so once you have set the path variable, what you need to do is you have to open up any editor to type the program here. Okay, so you can use whatever editor you want to, but here I am taking the most the ancient or the traditional editor, as you all know, the Notepad. Okay, so you are taking a Notepad. You can use whatever editor you want to, but I am taking the famous ancient Notepad here, where I'm just going to type the most initial or the most ancient program, that is the hello world, which you try to type for any kind of programming language you start with. Okay, so I'm just typing the hello world program. Excuse me. So this is a hello world program which I've typed it. You can type it, but I'll just show you what this thing contains. So what it actually contains is like you start the program with a package statement here. The package declaration is compulsory and mandatory for any Go program. So what you do in this first line is, I'm just trying to highlight it here. It has two words, package, a white space, and a main. Okay. So both of these are keywords. Package is going to mention what package you're going to load it here into this particular program, and main is going to be the main package, okay, which is mandatory for any Go program. Okay. So that is the first line here. It's a must statement, mandatory statement. I say it again. Second statement is going to be the preprocessor importation. Okay, so what you try to do is, it is similar to that import statement that you do it for Java. Okay, so whatever you try to applet or whatever you are trying to import it there in Java, you have to import it here. Okay, so preprocessor import is going to take a value called as FMT within the double quotes. This FMT, as I'm highlighting it now, is nothing but a format statement. Okay, a format statement is for general input and output statement in Golang. Okay, so something like an iostream.h in C++, which takes care of C in and C out, or an stdio.h in C language, which takes care of scanf and printf. So this FMT is going to format the output. That is, the output statement here is println, which is the basic output statement in Golang. So that takes care of println. So that is the very reason we need to import this FMT here. Okay. Once these two lines are over, the third line is going to have the function declaration. Again, a mandatory one. Function declaration here in Golang is going to take this particular keyword func, which denotes a function name is going to come next. Okay, and the main function name named by itself, main, and a function bracket. Okay, this is similar to a void main in a C or a C++, or similar to public static void main in Java. Okay, so similarly you have a func main here. Okay, and this flower braces is for the same purpose you do for Java or C++. Okay, it serves the same purpose, the begin and end. Okay, the opening braces and the closing braces, and this opening and close braces is going to nest the whole program what you want to do. Okay, so here I'm just going to print a hello world here. So that starts with this format function dot the function call of output, that is println. So whatever you need to output to the user through the console to the user, you type in fmt dot println with the opening and closing braces, nesting it with what you want to type. So here I'm nesting it with the word of hello world. Okay, simple as that. So this is a typical hello world program. So I have done it already, saved it. To show you how to save it, I'll just show you. You put a save as here, and this type has to be all files, and whatever name you're giving, you have to give with an extension of GO. Again, I'm saying this program I've already saved it, but if you want to save it for the first time, type whatever file name you want to, dot with an extension, that's what I call dot, so with the extension of GO. Okay, again, how you save Java files with .java, you need to save here with .go. Make sure that you type in all files here. Okay, because if you save it in text document, it is going to take the form of text document. Okay, once you're done with it, save it. Okay, now the function has been saved. The program has been saved. The next thing you need to do is you need to set the program level variables. So to do that, you go through the command window, and this is again a similar procedure what you do for Java. Okay, so you need to go to that particular location. We have seen that you have installed in D:, so you go to this D:, excuse me, it's D:, silly of me. I just didn't give that change directory. I just given go. So this is, let me make it clear for you. So what you need to do is you have to go to this geo. Okay. So that's once you go into that one, you make sure that you go into this bin folder. So here there is one more thing that you need to do. You already set the path there by setting environment variables. Now you need to give the project level variables here. Okay, for every load you need to set the project level variables. Okay, to understand more about that one, you type in go env. Okay, the command is go, that is the name of the language, env for environment, the first three letters of environment. Once you type that one, you get a thing like this. Okay, you get a lot of statements within your command, and in that you should see two things. That is, you have to see the path and you should see the bin here. Okay, so you go see the third line, set go bin, which is not given here. So you need to set that bin here and look for the path. Since I've done it already, it's already been set as go path equal to c/use/admin/go. If it is not set, what you need to do is you have to set both path and bin. So to do that, you type in set keyword followed by a white space and then type go path, which must be in capital letters, that equals, you just type in the location. Makes sense? So now path is been set. Similarly, you do that for go bin. Okay, I'll just give you some time so that you can see both the statements at the top. Okay, once this both been done, now your path and the bin are set. So path and bin are project level variables that has to be set for each time. Okay, and environment variables can be set just once will be okay. Okay, so once that is over, you need to run this program. To run this program, this is the command you need to do. You have to type in go for go, run, again a keyword, white space, go space, run space, the name. The name is, it's hello. Just check it. The name of the program is hello. You are given here, hello dot go. Makes sense? So this is how you need to run a Go program. That is again similar to, I'm just putting the word carefully here, similar to Java C name.java you use in Java. Okay, here you use go spacebar, run spacebar, name with extension. Once you're done with that one, this statement is going to compile and run your Go program here. Okay, so it's taking some time since I'm using a normal editor with all the environment variable being set, but it's going to be very faster with you if you try to use an IDE. So that's how you try to run a new program here in Go. Okay, this tutorial I just shown how you can install and you can run a basic program. Yeah, sometimes you can have your antivirus being popping up like this, since it's a programming development software, but it's now over. So like it's happening now. The output has come, hello world, but it's always advisable that you try to mute or add your Golang execution to the exception in antivirus. Okay, it's always better. Okay, so I have now shown you how you can install and how you can run a basic program. Further on, we'll go ahead with much more complexer programs here. I was criticized long for the last video of not mentioning installation there. I thought you are all good into that one. Let me have a strong feedback how you feel about this start of Golang tutorial. Feel free to comment, feel free to give me whatever you want me to do. Okay, thank you very much. Happy hearts. See you again. Bye.